Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention that you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, now TikTok. Trying to get on that. I'm sleeping on it a little bit right now, but gonna get on that a little bit more. Don't you worry, with some New York Jets content. So what I wanted to do today is, since the Browns finally hired their head coach, that I'm gonna go through and say, where does Adam Gase rank among head coaches now? Because I know some people think I'm too negative when it comes to Adam Gase. Some people agree with me when it comes to Adam Gase. But I wanted to look at it and say, okay, realistically, who would I rather, who's currently coaching, who would I rather have than Adam Gase? So what I'm going to do is going to go through every single team, look at their head coach, say yes or no, whether I would prefer them to coach the Jets over Adam Gase. So I'm going to try and keep it really simple, just a quick yes or no, maybe a quick little response. Some are going to be obvious, but let me know in the comments down below at the end of the video where you would rank Adam Gase and who you would rather and not rather have. So we'll start with the AFC East, the Jets division. I mean, Bill Belichick for the Patriots. Obviously, yes, I would rather him coach the New York Jets. Then you have Brian Flores, coach of the Miami Dolphins. He got a lot out of that team. I would definitely rather have Brian Flores coach the New York Jets. I mean, that roster had no business winning the amount of games they did. So, yeah, give me Brian Flores as well. And Sean McDermott for the Buffalo Bills. He has now had that team in the playoffs 2 times out of the last 3 years. Has gotten a lot out of Josh Allen, who, if you guys watch the channel, you know that I'm not particularly a big fan of his. But I think Sean McDermott is a very good coach. And yes, I think Adam Gase is by far the worst coach in the AFC East. The Ravens, John Harbaugh, I know he didn't coach the best game in the divisional round. I just don't think his guys are really ready to go. Yes, I think you could still win with Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying that. A lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon saying you can't win with a running quarterback. Not buying it, but yeah, obviously I'll take John Harbaugh over Adam Gase. Same with the Steelers, Mike Tomlin. He is a phenomenal coach, won a Super Bowl. I think he got a lot out of his team this year, going 8-8 when they had a million injuries. So yeah, I'm going to take Mike Tomlin as well. Then the newest head coach for the Browns, Kevin Stefanski. This is my first no. I would not take Kevin Stefanski over Adam Gase. I don't think he's a very good coordinator. He did not look good game plan-wise against the 49ers. I know they have a great defense. Yes, he looked pretty good against the Saints, but when Pat Shurmur left, he didn't get the job initially. They gave it to John DeFilippo. He got fired mid-year and then took over from there. Yeah, the Vikings offense got a little bit better, but I'm really not sold on this hire for the Browns at all, and I don't think I'd want him to be the Jets head coach. And then lastly, you have the Bengals and Zach Taylor. That's another no from me. I did not like that hire to begin with. I think he had very little to do with the Rams' success last year, and just because he was with Sean McVay, for whatever reason, he got a head coaching offer from the Cincinnati Bengals. So that's going to be a no from me. In the AFC South, we'll start with the Colts and Frank Reich. I really think he does a really good job there. Last year, obviously, had that team in the playoffs. This year, he loses his quarterback right before the season starts. Still pretty competitive most of the way. Yeah, I'm taking Frank Reich. Also in that division, you have Doug Marrone with the Jaguars. This one was borderline for me, but I would lean yes. I think I would prefer him. Not by a whole lot, but I think I would still prefer Doug Marrone over Adam Gase. After that, in the division, you have Bill O'Brien, who was atrocious yesterday. He is not a good coach, but he has had some success with the Texans. I mean, they seem to always be in the playoffs every year. So I guess, yeah, I would rather him, but neither of those last 2 guys are very high up on my coaching rankings. Don't get me wrong, but I'm taking them over Adam Gase for sure. And then lastly, Mike Vrabel. He has his team in the AFC Championship game. Heck yeah, I'm taking Mike Vrabel to coach the New York Jets over Adam Gase. In the AFC West, we will start with the Broncos and Vic Fangio. I think that he has a little bit more to prove, but the jury's not out on him, so yeah, I would take him over Adam Gase. I would also take John Gruden over Adam Gase, who's the head coach of the Raiders. I know he started hot, probably should have made the playoffs, but he's still a better, not by much, but he is still a better head coach than Adam Gase. It would be an improvement. Chargers, Anthony Lynn. Yes, I would rather have Anthony Lynn coach the New York Jets. They had a really, really bad year this year, but I think he is a good coach, and I think that they're going to eventually move on from Phillip Rivers for 2020 and have him rebuild this thing a little bit. And then the Chiefs, Andy Reid, I mean, one of the best offensive minds in the game. I know hasn't won the Super Bowl, has made some big mistakes in the playoffs, of course, too. But Andy Reid is a really, really, really good coach. And I would obviously rather have him than Adam Gase because that would be a watchable offense. Over to the NFC now. We'll go to the NFC East. We'll start with the Giants. They just hired Joe Judge, special teams coordinator for the New England Patriots. Hasn't coached a game yet, but I would still rather him than Adam Gase. And it's because of that unknown. He's coming from the Patriots, special teams coordinator. I like special teams coordinators usually for these kinds of jobs because they coach guys on both sides of the ball. Yeah, give me Joe Judge over Adam Gase. Dallas just hired Mike McCarthy. As you could tell on my channel from videos gone by, not the biggest Mike McCarthy fan, but definitely an upgrade over Adam Gase. Redskins just hired Ron Rivera. He went to the Super Bowl and brought his team to the playoffs multiple times. Has had some good success in this league. Yeah, give me Ron Rivera over Adam Gase. And lastly, you have Doug Peterson of the Eagles. Won a Super Bowl. Yeah, give me him too. In the NFC North, you have the Packers with Matt LaFleur. Yeah, give me Matt LaFleur. He had his team really bounce back this year. Yes, it's a much more talented roster. I understand that, but I think he did a really good job and coached a good game yesterday too, specifically. Vikings, Mike Zimmer has had his team in the playoffs multiple times, been their coach since 2014. Give me Mike Zimmer as well. Matt Nagy with the Bears had a really bad second year. I don't think Mitch is any good. I think that's part of the reason why. I would still rather Matt Nagy, not by a whole lot, but I still think he deserves a job over Adam Gase. And then in Detroit, you have Matt Patricia, and this is going to be my third no. I would not rather Matt Patricia over Adam Gase. He is not a good coach. He's a defensive specialty. His defense stunk. I do not want Matt Patricia to head coach this New York Jets team. To the NFC South now, we will start with the New Orleans Saints, Sean Payton. I know mismanaged the clock a little bit in the playoffs, but he is a really good coach. He's a top 10 coach in this league. Obviously, I'd rather him over Adam Gase. Then you have Bruce Arians with the Buccaneers. Again, Jameis Winston, kind of hamstrung by that. He's a really good offensive mind. Yeah, give me him too over Adam Gase. Carolina, we know who they just hired, Matt Rule. If you stuck with me, you know how I feel about him. Give me Matt Rule over Adam Gase. And then finally, Dan Quinn, who is still there. I don't think he is a great head coach. I would not bring him back myself. Is he better than Adam Gase, though? Yeah, probably slightly, though. Just slightly better. In the NFC West, you got the 49ers. They have Kyle Shanahan. They are playing in the NFC Championship game. We're the number 1 seed. Yeah, give me Kyle Shanahan, obviously. That's an offensive guru, by the way. Same with Sean McVay with the Rams. That's another one. 2 for 2. Give me him. Cliff Kingsbury with the Arizona Cardinals, 3 for 3. You know I really wanted him last year for the New York Jets. Obviously, I would take him. And then Pete Carroll was the Jets coach for 1 year. They let him go. And now he is with the Seahawks, and they are good every single year. Yeah, I would take Pete Carroll over Adam Gase as well. Actually, too, before I get to my final rankings, obviously, if you watch the video through, you'll know where he is in the rankings. But NFC West, best coach division in football. Prove me wrong. So I have Adam Gase at 29th. So he is not the worst coach in the league, but he is pretty darn close. He is definitely a bottom 5 coach, in my opinion. Has he done some things right with the New York Jets? I guess so. I tend to give more credit to the defensive side of the ball because the offense didn't do a whole lot of anything. Would I have liked to see Sam Darnold healthy for 16 games and what this team would have been with that? Probably a little bit, but my leash for Adam Gase is very short. Personally, I would not have brought him back. I wouldn't have hired him in the first place, but the fact that he's going to be back in 2020, I don't think expectations are going to be super high. So if he has another 7-9 year, I'd probably expect him back for a 3rd year, which is kind of scary. But let me know where you put Adam Gase. Like I said, I put him at 29th. I only have 3 coaches below him, Stefanski, Taylor, and Matt Patricia. Let me know. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll talk to you guys next time.